All right. Episode 9. Here we go. So episode 9 starts out, well, now we know the psychiatrist and Billy Russo are now fucking again. Like, full-fledged, they're in a goddamn relationship. She doesn't even care that he's gonna, like, go on all these raids and murder a bunch of motherfuckers. And actually, the beginning of this episode is, like, him with her, and it's showing that they're kind of in love, falling in love, whatever. And, at the same time, it keeps cutting to scenes of him and his crew getting bigger and bigger and robbing more and more places and just building that criminal empire that we talked about in the last one. Okay, so alright, so now we're finding out more also about John Pilgrim. Remember, he was really hesitant to go to New York. Well, there's a reason for that. He is originally from New York. Like 12 years before that, he was a fucking, like a, maybe not a high level guy, but like a fucking leg breaker for a group of fucking bad guys. For the mob or some sort of fucking, I don't know, some sort of group. But he was a bad motherfucker. And he used to hurt people, basically, for a living. And it turns out that, like, he goes to try to recruit some guys from his old... Actually, he's told by the head of the commune, the guy who is the dad of the senator, who the photos are of, he's told by him to go and hire some people, some of his old contacts in New York, to help out in trying to fucking hunt down Frank and the girl. He puts a bounty on their head of $5 million. So definitely everybody who's fucking anybody in New York is going to be looking for these fucking people. But anyway, he goes to see this guy who basically was his old boss or something. And this guy is still fucking pissed off at him because he disappeared 12 years ago with $1 million to go buy some drugs or guns or some shit, do some kind of deal, and never fucking came back. So these guys are like, you owe us something, and you obviously don't have any money, so we're going to beat the fuck out of you. We're going to torture you. So, this is where we find out how badass John Pilgrim really is. Meanwhile, Frank is out doing what Frank does and like trying to find clues and shit, and he gets followed by like 5 or 6 guys into an alley, and these guys have already heard about the bounty. They're there to fucking collect. They're gonna get Frank. They're gonna go fucking take him to whoever's paying the fucking ransom or paying the money. And they stop him, and he just fucking shoots every one of them. Like, it's ridiculous. They're like, yeah, we're gonna fucking beat you now. And he just so quickly fucking pulls out the pistol, like, blam, 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 blam. Takes out all 6 of them fucking quick as fuck. And that's it. And then, like, one of the guys is injured on the ground. Frank walks up, and he's like, what the fuck, who are you people? And they're like, dude, we're just guys. We just like money. There's a bounty on your fucking head, and we're trying to collect. So that is it. Billy breaks into Madani's house and confronts her, asks her why Frank wants to kill him, blah, 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 and she tells him everything, like, you fucking murdered his family, and that's why all this shit happened to you, and you were a piece of shit, blah, blah, blah. Amy, who we haven't seen in a while, has basically just been sitting at the trailer this whole time, waiting for things to get solved, and she decides she's done fucking waiting. So she takes off on her own. She goes to see an old friend who can help her make fake IDs and get her out of town. That friend betrays her because she's heard about the $5 million bounty on them, and she calls some guys. As soon as that girl comes over, she goes in the other room, calls the bad guys. The bad guys show up. Fucking Frank finds out Amy's missing. He goes to track her down. He finds out where she's at. So Frank is on his way, and the bad guys are on their way, all to the same building where Amy's at, and they just all converge, and Frank fucking one by one clears the building, taking out bad guys. And then at the very end of it, there's one guy left, and he's got Amy, like dead to rights, and she fucking does this move she's been practicing with Frank for a long time. Fucking disarms the guy, takes his gun, and fucking shoots him in the stomach. And the dude's laying on the ground, bleeding out, and Frank comes up, and she's flipped out. You know, she's never killed anybody before. And he takes the gun from her, and she's like, I killed him. And he's like, no, you just shot him. And then Frank's like, blow, shoots the guy in the head, and he's like, I killed him. So he tries to alleviate her of that. Let's see. Billy's psychiatrist / fuck buddy convinces Madani to meet with her to try to find out where Frank is. Madani is clueless. She thinks the last time this woman saw Billy was when he escaped from the fucking hospital. She has no idea there's any kind of relationship or anything like that. So she has no idea what she's walking into. This chick basically invites her over to have a conversation. And that's the end of the episode. So, not the most exciting episode, but I did enjoy the action parts. I love that every episode this season has had some serious action, whereas last season there were plenty of episodes that had no fighting, no action, no gunshots whatsoever. This season has made up for it 10 fucking fold, because every episode has some epic fucking action scenes. Anyway, if you like what I'm doing here, watch the rest of the series. Let me know what you think. If you like movies, TV shows, comic books, nerd shit, pop culture, if you're into that sort of thing, subscribe to my channel, because that's what I do here. That's all I talk about. So, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.